Hey yo, what is going on YouTube? I'm your host Biscuits and we are back with another video. Today we'll be customizing the Pegassi Torero XO. Now this vehicle is clearly based on a 2022 Lamborghini Countach. Lamborghini just recently released a revamp for the Countach, and so of course Rockstar had to add their own version of it here on GTA Online. So before we get started with the customization part of this video, I want to go ahead and show you how to purchase. Go to internet on your phone. Over here on Legendary Motorsport, it is the very first pop-up menu under Featured, and it is right here, the Pegassi Torero. 2.89 million. It is a little pricey, yes, but this is one of the fastest supercars in the game and possibly one of the best looking supercars in the game, so I believe it is well worth the price in my opinion. So I'm very excited to trick this baby out and see what we can make of it. Check this out, these doors, look how they open. That's crazy. Very crazy. So, let's go ahead and get into the customization portion.
What are you after?
So, starting off with the armor and the brakes, bumpers. Okay, we have secondary, forged splitter, secondary forged, carbon street, forged street, secondary forged, carbon drag splitter, secondary carbon drag, forged drag splitter, secondary forged, carbon super splitter, secondary carbon super, forged super, and the secondary forged super splitter. So the forged carbon's kind of interesting. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it is cool that Rockstar has added it in as an option for some of the newer vehicles, so definitely props to Rockstar for that. So we'll go ahead and go with the secondary carbon street splitter. Nothing too crazy on the front end, just to give it a little bit more of a lip. Onto the rear bumpers, so we can do a bumper delete. So that's pretty cool if you're trying to do the twin turbo look. That is an option for you. So you have secondary diffuser, forged, secondary forged. We have the winged diffuser. Kind of crazy looking. Secondary winged, forged wing. Secondary forged wing, aggressor diffuser, secondary aggressor, forged aggressor, secondary forged, and that is it for those. So personally for me, I think we're just going to go with the secondary diffuser. Go ahead and throw that on. Alright, for the canards, we have carbon, forged, grille cover. Okay, that's kind of cool. So it gets rid of the Torero XO there in the front. If you see the right there in the lettering, it will delete that, so it's kind of cool. So we have the grille cover with the carbon canards and grille cover with forged. Dual grille covers, okay, so that closes the outside vents. Dual carbon, dual forged. We have the full grille cover, full carbon, and full forged. So I like this full grille cover. I think it just overall enhances the appearance. So let's go with that.
Technology and budget permitting.
For the engine, we'll go ahead and go all the way up on that. Okay, exhaust, we have quite the options. Go ahead and rev it up here so you can see exactly what's going on. We have the titanium, carbon, performance, titanium performance, carbon performance. We have street exhaust, titanium street, carbon street, infinity exhaust. That's kind of cool. Titanium infinity, carbon infinity, turbo exhaust. So there you go. There would be the option if you wanted to do the rear bumper delete. It would be showing 2 twin turbos back there. Titanium turbo exhaust and carbon turbo. So I like these infinity exhausts. I think they're looking pretty sexy, so we'll throw those on. Okay, for the hood, we have single vented, carbon single vented, forged single, cross vented, carbon cross, forged cross, slat vented hood, carbon slat, forged slat vented, and back to stock. Alright, so I personally like the carbon cross vented hood, so let's go ahead and throw that one on. Horn, lights. Just want to look at the headlights real quick. Look how awesome those headlights are. Very nice. We'll go ahead and leave those stock for now. Alright, let's go through the livery options real quick. So it looks like we have tricolor, the black Pegassi, white Pegassi, we have two-tone, white pinstripe, red pinstripe, Yoga Rishima. Probably not pronouncing that correctly, but don't think we're going with that livery anyway, so not a big deal. Street. It's like a Japanese livery on an Italian sports car. Makes sense. Got Redwood Rally. We have the split digital. It's kind of neat. And the monochrome. So for me personally, I'm not sure if I really want any of these. Besides this black Pegassi, that might be the ticket. So let's just throw on that. At least we have something on there. For the plate, we'll go ahead and do a yellow on black. Respray, we will come back to very last. Okay, looks like for the roof, we have some options here. We have carbon. Looks kind of cool, kind of flows right into that rear window. You got forged carbon, full carbon, ridgeline roof, okay. 2 little accents there in the top. Carbon ridgeline, forged ridgeline, full carbon ridgeline. We have the vented, carbon vented, forged vented, full carbon vented, streamline roof, carbon streamline, forged streamline, and full carbon. So I think we're just going to go with the carbon roof. It is minimal, sleek, nothing too crazy. I think it looks very clean. So let's go ahead and stick with that. For the side skirts, looks like quite a bit of different options here. We have forged XL skirts, secondary XL, forged XL, secondary forged XL, street skirts, secondary street, forged street, secondary forged street, performance, secondary performance, forged, secondary forged, and super skirts, secondary super, forged super, and secondary. Alright, so let's go ahead and go with the secondary XL skirts. That way we can match up the front carbon lip that was secondary as well, in case we decide to go with a paint scheme that has a secondary option to kind of accent it. Okay, for the spoiler. So it looks like this has active aero. So we have carbon wing, forged wing, we have ducktail, carbon ducktail,
Think long.
forged ducktail, extended ducktail, carbon extended, forged extended. Carbon performance. So I believe once you get to this option and following all these options, it takes off the active arrow so that rear spoiler no longer lifts up. So keep that in mind if when you are customizing your own Torero.
Do you need a drink?
Forged performance, low level, carbon low level. I'm noticing a lot of these wings are very similar to the Ignis, which is the other Lamborghini that is on this game that was released probably 6 months ago or so. So something to note. Got the Pegassi wing. That one looks kind of nice. Carbon Pegassi, forged Pegassi. We have the Super Wing, which that thing is absolutely hideous. However, it is kind of an old school reference to the original Lamborghini Countach that was back in the 1980s. Had a spoiler that is very similar to this, so it's kind of cool that Rockstar threw that in there. So let's go ahead and throw on the extended ducktail.
Have anything.
I think that looking pretty sexy. Onto the suspension, we'll go ahead and slam this thing all the way down. For the transmission, we'll go ahead and throw on the race. Alright, onto the trunk. We have several options. We have carbon, forged, smooth. Okay, that's nice.
Making decisions.
Smooth kind of looks good. Carbon smooth, forged, left vented, right vented. We have the ridgeline, carbon ridgeline, forged ridgeline. We have rally, carbon rally, forged rally, deep vented trunk. Okay. Carbon deep, forged deep. Okay, so I kind of like the stock look, but I do like the deep vented, so it just gives a little bit more, styling. So we'll go with that. Looks pretty sick. Turbo, absolutely. Okay, vents. Okay, there we go. On the side of the car, you can see the vents. So we have stock vents, primary, secondary, and forged. So we will go ahead and leave those stock. I believe the stock is carbon. So we're good to go there. Windows. Go ahead and black them out. We'll throw in some limo tint. So why not? Alright, for the wheels. Do really like the stock wheels on this car. But let's go ahead and throw a few on and see what our different options are and see if anything looks good. I also like these Ice Storm.
Think long and hard.
You know, let's try it. Let's do this Ice Storm. I think those are pretty sick looking wheels, all the spokes. Let's rock those. We'll see how we do. Okay, wheel color probably be black, so let's go ahead and do that. Tires, we probably won't do any lettering this time, but we will go ahead and throw on the bulletproof. Tire smoke, we need to see what our respray is looking like. So here we go, that is everything on this vehicle. Let's go ahead and do the paint. So let's go ahead, before we do primary, let's see what secondary does. Okay, so there we go. There's a secondary, so you can see in the front carbon lip, the side skirt, and Also the rear diffuser, just that small line right above the exhaust in between the license plate and the exhaust, if you can see that there. So kind of minimal, nothing too crazy. So let's go ahead and throw that on for now, red, and just see how it looks. Trim color. Okay, that's cool. Come back to that. Okay, so on to the metallic paints. Thinking either a red. Ooh, the Torino red is very nice.
Making decisions is stressful.
I was thinking either red or yellow. They can't go wrong with red or yellow on a Lambo. So here we go for yellow.
No rush at all.
Not sure about the yellow. Maybe let's go back to this red. I think we're gonna go with the Torino red. I think that is absolutely stunning looking.
You've got an eye for this.
That is beautiful. Okay, now back to the secondary. And I wonder if we can make that maybe like a yellow. That'll look okay.
Whatever you decide. Technology and budget permitting.
Not that crazy about the yellow. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw on the Torino red,
Think it.
and we will just match it up with the paint of the body.
Your cosmetics are
Can't
on
really go wrong with that. Alright, now we want to do red for the trim color. I think red would look pretty good. So the Torino red's a little bright. Let's just go with the regular red.
good.
There we go. Red interior. Got this baby all tricked out. Let's go ahead and take it down to the ground. Do a little sound test and drive around a little bit and give it a little review.
I'm always here.
Alright, so here we are. Let's go ahead and do a sound test. Sounds pretty good. Sounds a little bit different than other Lamborghini supercars that I've heard, so props to Rockstar for making this sound a little bit more unique. Yeah, so as you can see, that active aero, that rear spoiler, does lift up. So that is really nice. Something else to add, these headlights, look how they pop up. So that little thing folds down and exposes the headlights. I think that is absolutely awesome. It's super cool that Rockstar did that. Yeah, this thing is looking sick. I mean, look at those wheels. Yeah, I think we did very well on this customization. Alright, so first driving impressions. This thing is very quick. I'm already wrecking it. It didn't take very long. So acceleration is very nice. Handling's actually not as responsive as I expected it to be. Braking is excellent. Okay, so yeah, handling's not that bad. It is a little funky at first, but as soon as you start driving this thing, you get used to it pretty quick. Yeah, so it does not turn on a dime. I feel like the Ignis handling is a little bit better than this thing. So that's kind of interesting. Alright, I'm going to do a little top speed test here. Okay, yeah, so top speed is very good. I believe this is one of the top 10 fastest vehicles for top speed in GTA Online at the time this video is being recorded. So, yes, very nice top speed indeed. This thing definitely feels fast. It accelerates great. Braking is great too. My only complaint is the handling. It seems a little bit not as responsive as it should be for a car of this class, but you kind of get used to it once you start driving around the map and get a feel for the handling characteristics on this video, or on this vehicle. Alrighty guys, that is about it for this video. The Pegassi Torero XO. Absolutely stunning vehicle in GTA Online. If you have the money, buy it. Absolutely. This thing is sick. I actually wanted to do one quick test here before we end this video. So this vehicle is all-wheel drive, which is nice to know. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please drop a like, comment down below what you think about this vehicle, what you think about this build. Let me know your thoughts. Anyway, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.